guys, from around the web, from a couple of different sources,
Yeah.
one of them pretty reliable. We've got some Ork Rumours. You know,
Yeah.
And
We've got a bunch of rumours about updates to the Ork Codex. These have been sent in to us, and we've scanned the internet, found them here, there, and yonder.
And Deep Throat, our spy and GW, my spy, them rest of the guys have no access to Deep Throat. He's been sending me information.
Yeah. So we've got here some of our favourites.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, we've got the Orks, not Grunts or Squigs. Orks will be getting Feel No Plane on a 6+.
Feel no plane?
Feel no plane, yes.
So the flyer's scared of an orc? Feel no pain across the board. A 6+?
Yeah, 6+.
It's all right. I suppose a bit like the Sisters of Battle, getting invulnerable, 6-up save.
Yeah, I suppose.
6-up, feel no pain. I suppose it's an orky type thing to get because it may.
They're tough. Yeah.
Yeah, but it'll probably fail all the time. So
Well, it's a 6+, so it's going to fail 5 out of 6 times.
it's definitely an orky type thing. Feel no pain on a 6+. You know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised at all, guys. I
Okay.
wouldn't. What else have we got?
Next up, we've got a particularly good one. Ork Belchers.
Oh yes.
Ork Belchers.
I believe Burnout Boys might be going, and you're going to get belches instead. These are orcs that eat, supposedly.
Yeah,
they belch each turn.
They've had a concoction brewed for them by the Weird Boys.
Yes. And at the start of the turn, you get this. I believe it's going to be a Strength 7 AP3 belch. But as the game, on turn 1, it'll be Strength 7 AP3. Turn 2, Strength 6 AP4. Turn 3, Strength 5.
As the food
as
wears off.
they belch off more of the food. I think this is great because
they have to belch each turn.
Yes, and the thing is, if they're facing a friend or an enemy, then they're going to belch on their own guys as well. So you have to watch. It's Flamer template belch, and I believe there'll be the knob in the unit will get a torrent belch out of the unit, which I think is very, very orky. Would you not expect a lot of gas leaking from an orc army?
It sounds like you after a Friday night takeaway.
Yeah,
Anyway.
but I expect them to be bringing up the rear of an orc army. Quite an experience, and Belchers would really, really do well in an orc army.
Well, I want to know, do they have rear fire as well?
And no, it just says you put the template on their base, so you could put it coming off the rear.
Well, okay, moving on from the Belchers. We have a bit about the weapons. Most weapons are going to stay the same, except for choppers, which are AP6 but will be gaining AP5 on the charge, and big choppers will be +2 strength and AP4 with AP3 on the charge.
That's
what do you think of that, Darryl?
That's okay, but I don't know about orcs with AP3, but yeah, orcs with big choppers I like.
I can't really see how a chopper would be AP3.
The only way you could say it is through sheer force. It's AP3 through the...
But when you think about it, what's going to give first? A Land Raider hull or an Orc chopper?
Yeah, the Orc chopper's going to go because it's random bits of metal or cardboard, depending on what they've been drinking that the big mech has stuck together to make it work. But yeah, Orc weapons getting an AP... Yes, but the only fluff I can see, but we have had some, this is GW fluff, so they can make up any reason, is that sheer force gives it an AP.
Yeah.
Well,
then we've got, there's going to be a special, I'm all over the place with L's today, a special Blood Axe character with rules that can bring back boys units once they are destroyed. Much like an Imperial Guard special character. Yeah,
there's a guard guy that brings back crap guardsmen. To bring back boys would be good. The problem I see with your boys is I wouldn't be surprised they make boys crap.
Yeah,
they make them really terrible.
To make up for the fact of them coming back, but
because everybody who plays orcs has boys. My mate Sean has a huge, big, beautifully painted army of boys, and they can pick each one up and go, that's one of the guys I painted in my second wave of painting. Pick this guy up. He's my 4th ever orc I painted. People have huge armies like that and name all their orcs But
yeah. Stinky, grumpy,
yeah,
belly.
Justin. But yes,
He'd be one of the belchers.
yeah, possibly. But yeah, guys, bringing more boys in would be a serious pain. But I would dare say you're not going to resurrect units of 30 boys. It's going to be small units.
Okay. The knobs are staying the same, but they're getting some more upgrades. So like grot assistance, or we've got here suicide grots.
So I would doubt GW will call anybody a suicide grot. I would dare say it'll be like an attack bomb squad or bomb grot
Or squigs or whatever.
Squigs, you know. Yeah, I can see the knobs getting access to more stuff because they have a reasonable access, and I wouldn't be surprised. Because generally, as the books go on, guys generally get more access to more stuff all the time, you know.
Yeah. Then they're also possibly getting big shooters. So your knob could be getting a big shooter.
That's dead on. It is. You get some big shooters in the units, and your knob getting one as well. Problem is, a knob used to be a fierce combat guy, but now he's just not scary because you just challenge him and you go, "Oh, I've got a sword. I hit you first. Oh, I stabbed you and killed you. Oh, what a pity." Yeah.
Well, big shooter, shoot your knob off first, and you're grand.
That would be fine. It would be fine all across the board. They have a big shooter.
Well, new knob mega armor unit with teleporting abilities. But according to this, the teleporting would be a bit more random. It would work a bit differently.
I personally think anything that's orky that's predictable is
doing it wrong.
If somebody had said in these rumours, orcs get teleporters and homers and they won't scatter, you'd have known it was lies straight away. You would.
But the fact it says random.
Yes.
Maybe.
It's definitely an orky thing. It's definitely random and teleporty orcs and mega armor. It's basically orc terminators, which I wouldn't be surprised.
There's another rumour a little further down that says that a special mech character could bestow teleportation on D3 units.
I don't know, because bestowing teleportation on people who don't have a teleportation ability, would that not just be orcs disappear and turn over here, but they're all splatted?
Yes, it's just this weird image of all these orcs popping up out of the ground every so often.
I suppose orcs are just spores that grow, perhaps an ability to just...
maybe the one character will be the gardener.
Yeah, the gardener that sows orc seeds around the battlefield. Yes, have we got an orc Titchmarsh?
Oh dear me. Here's one I rather like. A squig launcher, kind of like the Doom Diver in fantasy, only with a squig attached to a bomb.
That flies in?
Yeah, you know, it's just like...
I believe it's also got a random table, so you don't exactly know what your bomb's going to do. It could be a small blast, it could be a large blast.
You could just end up with a feral squig in the middle of your unit.
Splat. Squig turns up to fight.
Yeah.
I'm here, I'm ready to fight. My bomb refused. You could just picture a squig with his bomb sort of stuck on the ground, kicking the thing.
Yes.
Kicking it because the squig launcher.
These little winged squigs that.
Yeah, kicking this bomb. But that would be very orky. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
I think it'd be rather cool.
At all if you got squig launchers firing squigs across the board. You can
imagine it.
It's the old 300 fighting in the shade. I often joke playing my Space Wolf army, you fight in the shade of 300 missiles. Fighting in the shade of squigs flying over.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you have to watch out for your squig poo. You have to watch out for squig poo.
Now I know what the miniature will be for it, because there'll be the launcher with all the Gretchens around, and one of the Gretchens will have an umbrella.
Guys, squig launchers I think would be great. I think they're a very GW thing, a very fluffy thing. Warren would love this because there's all this.
Then we've got another one, another squig type thing. A large multi-wound squig-off, not Forge World. It is ever hungry and uses a hunger point system. If it doesn't fulfill the hunger points in its enemies, it will rampage nearest unit, friend, or foe in order to eat.
That again has to be true because
because
it's too orky to be fake. It is.
Yeah, you could see it happening.
It has to be, you know.
I doubt it'll be one of the really massive things. It's not going to knock the Forge World squigs off their perch,
it'll
as it were.
be something of the size of like a Dread Knight or something along
Yeah,
size.
something like that.
One of them big oval bases with some huge blob type thing sitting on it, or I don't know
With
exactly.
some, maybe a Mad Dock or something.
Yeah.
Maybe it could be a mount.
No, that's no, because it would eat the guy who was mounted on it. Possibly eat the guy who was mounted on it.
The lizard men in fantasy, they have monsters that end up eating their own guys. So
yeah, I suppose like being married, really. Yeah, I can.
How
see
is
this.
the wife, Daryl?
I can see this definitely. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Definitely. So Ork, it has to be true.
Then we also have new Ork-only fortifications, including an Ork rock.
An Ork rock. Only an Ork could bring a rock to a battle.
Yes.
You know.
Well, the storm. I'm going back to fantasy again because a lot of these things do seem to be very fantasy-esque.
Yeah, challenges and all that business.
But
it's all creeped through.
In fantasy, they did a worldwide campaign, the Storm of Chaos, and one of the things you could bring was a big rock. Was one of the additions they had, the Idol of Gork, or possibly Mork.
Nobody knows the difference in the two. Yes, an Ork only fortification would be great.
Yeah.
If it was a rock, it actually wouldn't be that bad, because I dare say melta weapons wouldn't actually work particularly well against it if it was a rock. So, yes, an Ork only fortification, yes. Is it a rock? Why would it be anything other than a rock?
An Ork with a big grin carved into it.
Yeah, why would it be anything other than a rock? So, yeah, very, very possibly in the book.
We have here an Ork-only Warlord chart.
Yeah, well, Chaos Marines got their own Warlord chart.
Yeah, they get that mutations thing.
Yeah, Chaos. No, they've got their own Warlord chart as well.
Oh, do they?
And it's a very good Warlord chart, except number 6, I believe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised they get their own Warlord chart, or possibly even a couple of variations, because it's Orky. It should be anything. It should be, you know, really.
We have. There's only 2 more here left. One of them is 2 new Ork psychic lists. You know, like in fantasy, the Law of Mork and the Law of Gork. The little wire and the big wire.
Yeah, the little wire and the big wire. I love the foot.
The foot of Gork.
I can never, or is it Mork?
Or is it Mork?
I can never remember, but stamps on you. Yes, I wouldn't be surprised to get their own psychic abilities, because the main rulebook doesn't really suit them. So yeah, I would be quite happy with this.
The other spells, the powers that are around, supposed to be getting a bit more powerful the more Orks that are around the Weird Boy, which makes sense, really.
Yeah, because I don't see many people using the Weird Boy, because he's terrible.
Although it does say they will get a bit more dangerous if they're miscast.
How could it get more dangerous? At the minute, even if you successfully cast it, you can kill yourself. So yeah, not surprised, guys, it getting more dangerous, but Orks possibly need some psychic defense, because I regularly jaws all them big expensive Orks to death. They don't like
jaws.
Sean, my mate, will tell you, they don't like my 4 Rune Priest jump pack list.
They don't like it up them.
No.
That last one on the list, we have Ork looters get hot.
Oh, get hot. Yeah, because Ork looters fire a random amount of shots, and I would dare say the fluff will go, once you're at a battle, you fire as many shots as you possibly can. Yeah. And getting hot looters would really suit the game, because Orks aren't meant to fire whole tons of shots.
No.
And to tell you the other thing that puts me onto this, why I would agree with this, we saw what happened to Obliterators. They were very good.
Yes, that's a point.
Very effective. They did a good job, and then they nerfed them just a bit. But just that bit to take them out.
That one little extra rule.
Yeah.
Really spoiled their effectiveness.
Yeah, and Ork looters getting hot would go, yeah, you can still have your looters and fire tons of shots, but you'll all be dead by turn 3. So I wouldn't be surprised looters gets hot, because it's that random number of shots, and you know, your gun maybe jams and backfires on you. You're an orc after all. Should you ever really have a gun? Possibly not advisable. I'd say orc gun safety wouldn't be of the
Yes. What does this end do?
Does a slugger come with a safety? I don't think so. But yeah, gets hot looters. I wouldn't be surprised, guys, if your looters got nerfed and gets hot looters. It would just be very orky again.
Yeah, but that's okay. You'll have flying squigs.
You know, flying squigs doing the same job across the board. That will be
Squig
very,
launcher. Whee!
that will be very reasonably indeed to acquire. But guys, we love orcs. Orcs are great. My favorite rule in the entire 40k is that red ones go faster.
That is the best rule. That is the best rule.
It's great. But guys, if you get any other rumours for any of them, feel free to send us a message or contact us through Beasts of War. Send us in some rumours. The thing with orc rumours is they're all just so much fun.
Yeah, they're brilliant.
So much fun. You know, nobody wants a Grey Knight rumour because it's all so serious. It is my magic sword. It is so powerful that only I can pick it up. Nonsense. Guys, we love orcs. I haven't got any clue when a new orc book is due, but if there's rumours going out there, then I wouldn't be surprised if a book isn't miles away. But tell us what you think. Stick in some comments below. And guys, we'll get on and we'll see you in the next one.